Hey man, what's up? My bad for taking too long to do this, alright? But I'm finally doing it, alright? First of all, I just want to apologize for getting caught up in this new life that I'm living here, like working and, trying to, first of all, pay my bills, because that trip was long and it was expensive, alright? So that was what I was focusing on these first months since I came back. But I think now the dust has settled a little bit, and I'm ready to try to go back to the things you were talking about, to trying to give our best and just trying to make a difference, do something interesting, something new. I don't know what it is. All right, and just like you did, I'm just pressing play, and trying to record something. I don't know what's gonna come from this. All right, but I can tell you that since I got back, I've only been doing three things, which is working to pay my bills, sleeping, and writing and thinking, and trying to understand really what happened in that in those long 8 months that I was on the road and rediscovering myself and rediscovering the world around me. In that process, I met a lot of people like yourself, and we bonded, we shared some experiences, and a lot of new ideas came to me, a lot of new things like this speak on 3 you're talking about, this speak on 3, right? It's hard to understand what it is, what it means, and I'm just trying to see, like, how can I, like keep it alive and not, like, how can I say this, not, like, because if I just devoted myself 100% to it, like, I wouldn't have a place to be right now. I wouldn't have a place to stay. I wouldn't have a place to go from. So I didn't let it die. I'm just letting it rest for a while. I don't think anything should be like carried. Should be kept alive. I mean, I think things should get like a rest, so that they could, like, it's like a cycle, like a wave. It goes up and down. I'm trying to just, right now it's going through a down period, right? And we're gonna have to bring it up again. I don't know how, but I'm thinking about it, and I'm really glad that you were trying and you were like writing emails and you were recording videos, because maybe I would have let it drop by now if it wasn't for you and people like you. This thing, this Picontres thing, is not like mine. I didn't, it doesn't belong to me. This is the whole point. It's something that we witnessed, its birth, we saw it becoming something. So I don't really know to what extent it should be something that you forcefully, like, put it out there and, show it to people and try to sell it as a concept. Because when you're just repeating, when we go around saying, oh, Picontres, oh, this is the name of this, I created this thing, it's going to be the Picontres video or stuff like this, then we're selling the concept, and I don't want to make it as, I don't want to turn it into a brand, a capitalist thing, so we have to find like a way to do it and to carry it forward, to like mingle around our lives, and turn it into something like interesting and like thought-provoking, like it's always been, and challenging, but without being like some sort of merchandise that we sell, So that's one of the reasons I stopped dealing with it since I got back. One of the things I was doing was like talking about it with a lot of people, and like some people understood it, some people liked it, some people actually, tried to help me build it, but some people were like, oh, I don't understand this, I don't want to be a part of this because I don't know what it is, and what is this thing that a guy travels somewhere, comes back talking, like, comes back with a new word, like, who is this guy, and who has the right to introduce something new in a society, Everybody does, that's the point, but I didn't want to bring it with me as some sort of like magic trick that I learned in Israel, or some sort of like wonder product that I'm bringing to solve anybody's problem. You know, it's very hard to do something cool that it doesn't look like it's a product or a religion, you know, or an ideology or something like this. I don't know what it is, you know. But um, since I got back, you know, I've been all those ideas that started from this Picontres, that took form when we created this word together. We gave meaning to it, you know. I started understanding the world a lot more in my universe, you know. And since then, the ideas have come to me like non-stop, man. It's kind of hard to understand like what to do with them. You know, I'm kind of scared in a way, because like every day it seems like I get a new idea, like a new thing that I could do, you know, a new project that I could start. And it's very hard for me to like to try to keep everything in perspective, you know. Because right now the last thing I need is like a new project or a new thing to do. But every day something new happens, right? And I got back together with my girlfriend, my old friends, all like I'm trying to live my old life again, but trying to mix the new things that I learned and I experienced and try to create like a new life for myself, you know. So knowing that it is difficult to do it, I'm guessing you're going through the same problems. But what I'm trying to do right now is just take it slow, you know. But I think it's time for us to try to you know to I think it's time for us to try to do it again, to you know to restart it, to resume, to pick it up from where we had left off. So I appreciate this message. As you can see, I just watched it. All right now, and there's you with your goofy mohawk. But I'm sorry that what I did was like taking you for granted, man, and I really apologize. But it was like every time, like when you send me the video, and I tried recording this thing like 2 or 3 times before, and then I kind of didn't have anything to say or anything, and I don't know if I still do, but something I've been doing a lot is recording my ideas with like the sound recorder. And it really works for me. You know, recording videos doesn't really work for me so far. You know, right now I think it's working pretty well, but I hadn't been doing that until this very moment. So that's why it took a little while. I also got back to playing. As you can see, my guitar is back, you know, and it's got new strings. I'm singing again, I'm playing again. So I think these 2 months were important for me to just, you know, to chill and stop, like to put things in perspective again, you know, because I have to be honest with you, you know, I've been feeling very like jaded and depressed, you know, contemplating suicide. But it does feel like life lost its meaning after we came back, doesn't it? I mean, like everything was so easy and so powerful. Like we said something and it exploded, you know. And now you come back, you gotta work at this shitty place, you know. I got back to my old job. I'm teaching English again, you know. And I got an amazing job, an amazing school, you know. But then it just feels so small compared to what we were doing before. You know, it felt like it was part of something big, didn't it? I know for me it did, you know. Like every little thing we planned just became something huge. Just like that day when you're talking about, that day is still very emotional for me, you know. Like the fact that like 2 guys just went on this crazy adventure, man. This has to be like, we gotta write it down, you know. So I propose like this little project. I'm gonna do it right now, okay? So you can do it whenever you can. I'm not gonna impose this because I took forever to do this. But what I'm gonna do now is write the story of that night, you know, from the this music teacher and this music student, which were actually just 2 friends on this trip together. This is a perfect movie script, man. Or at least it's a fun story for us to read and remember, you know, to show to people, you know, because it was a very special night. And then these guys go to Tel Aviv and trying to like live the dream for one night, you know. And what happens? It's amazing, you know. So I'm gonna write it right now, I promise, okay? And I want you to write it so then we can compare and see like if we remember the things the same way, all right? And in those moments, really, they're still with me. I just put them aside for a while because otherwise it would be impossible to function in this new life. You know, you understand? Hopefully you understand.